Hi, everybody. Well, thank you very much for that introduction. And first off, thank you very much to the Council on Competitiveness, and especially to Deborah Wint-Smith in particular. Under your leadership, the Council has been an incredible collaborator, including through our American Energy and Manufacturing Competitiveness Partnership. The regional dialogues that we held across the country were truly a really rich way to directly engage with stakeholders, including, I think, many of the folks here in this room. This was a great way to talk about how we can tackle our challenges and unlock our country's leadership in innovation, science, and technology, because that is exactly what it takes to ensure competitiveness. Leadership in science and technology, leadership in innovation, especially when it comes to manufacturing. Now, nations around the world have their own ways of working towards competitiveness in manufacturing. Of course, given the great nation that we have our own way, which includes using public-private partnerships to drive innovation and expand manufacturing and jobs right here at home. So on behalf of the Department of Energy, I'm really excited that I have the opportunity today to announce the selection of the lead for our latest Manufacturing Institute. In fact, the 10th institute in the Manufacturing USA initiative. But I'm not going to tell you quite yet. I'm going to leave you in suspense for just a little while longer because I want to talk to you about the natural outcome of innovation. And that's revolution. Innovation is at the heart of everything we do in my office at DOE. In fact, when it comes to making America more competitive with nations like China, Germany, and Japan on clean energy, we, at the Office of Energy Efficiency and Renewable Energy, we are the solutions people. Our mission is as simple as it is ambitious: to create and sustain American leadership in the transition to a global, clean energy economy. And really, this is a transition that's already underway as we save money and as we create jobs while changing how we generate and use energy across the country. I mean, just think, technologies like solar and wind power, LEDs, and electric vehicles are rapidly spreading across the country as costs drop by 40 to 90%. Thanks to innovation. And around the world, global investments in clean energy have quadrupled between 2005 and 2015. And I would argue that within the next decade, those investments are going to reach the trillions when it comes to the opportunity before us. So to paraphrase the Beatles, you say you want a revolution? Well, you know, we are changing the world. It's incredible, the pace of change. But as these technologies continue to be deployed, we face a fundamental question. Who's going to make them? If you look around the country, we have two options. We can cede the mantle of manufacturing and innovation leadership to Germany, Japan, China, and others around the world, or we can step up and lead. Now, I guess looking around the room, you all probably have the exact same answer that President Obama has had. Step up and lead, and that's exactly what he's done. I think that choice is pretty clear. After all, manufacturing, it plays such a critical role when you look across our economy. You all know this sector supports over 12 million US jobs across the country and contributes to more than $2 trillion when it comes to our GDP. These are well-paying jobs with an average manufacturing worker earning over $80,000 a year. And these jobs, they create incredible domino effects. I mean, the Economic Policy Institute found that for every single person directly employed in manufacturing, another 1.5 jobs is created elsewhere across our economy. And that's exactly why we've been working hard for these many, many years to create a lot more of them. Because as I've gone around the country and talked to leader after leader in industry, and government and around communities, I've seen a growing awareness that if we're going to play to win on the global stage, many, many more clean energy technologies need to be made in the USA. And the entire manufacturing process needs to be here. And whether it's clean energy or not, all of our manufacturing facilities need to get a lot more efficient so they can become a lot more competitive. Now, other countries are also making significant investments in the world of clean energy manufacturing innovation. I mean, Germany, Japan, Singapore, the UK, these are just a few examples of the folks who are working hard to challenge us and to challenge our leadership every single day. We need to do the same. In fact, we need to do more, and we need to do it better. And that's why President Obama launched the Manufacturing USA initiative. This effort, it's been a great partnership. It's brought together industry, academia, other federal agencies, including commerce and defense, in order to create a growing network of advanced manufacturing institutes, each one bringing in different technology focus, different ideas, different innovations to enhance our competitiveness and revolutionize manufacturing. Now, at the Department of Energy, we've played a key role by standing up institutes in emerging fields like power electronics and advanced composites. The goal at the Department of Energy here is to help manufacturers of all sizes, large and small, to save money, to save energy by adopting new technologies and by providing workers with the skills they need for the manufacturing jobs, not just of today, but of tomorrow. If you look back over the 4 years since this effort has begun, the administration has already committed over $700 million in investments. And we've already gotten so much for that investment. In fact, we've already leveraged more than double that, more than $1.4 billion in private and other non-government investments from our partners. Because that's what we can do. We can leverage our work into much greater progress around the country. And as a nation, we have grown from just one institute with 65 members to an entire network that now includes 10 institutes and over 1,300 participants. So on that note, I'm going to end the suspense. So today, I'm incredibly pleased to make the announcement of our nation's 10th Manufacturing USA Institute. It's called RAPID, which stands for the Rapid Advancement in Process Intensification Deployment. And I'm happy to announce that the new institute will be led by the American Institute of Chemical Engineers. They will be serving as key drivers behind the institute's cutting-edge work in modular chemical process intensification. A common household word, everyone's familiar with it. Now, I believe Karen Fletcher is here in the house. Karen, are you out there somewhere? There she is. All right. So Karen is now, has an incredibly impressive career. She's now moving from industry to tackle this great new challenge to serve as CEO of the Institute and leading this coordinated effort. Karen, I'd love for you, and I know several members of your team may be here as well, I'd love for you to stand, and I'd love for everyone to give them a loud applause for their great work. That's a lot of folks, and that's just the beginning of all the folks who are going to make great things happen, because there's over 130 partners across industries that are part of the Rapid Manufacturing USA Institute. So thank you all and congratulations. It was a great proposal, and I look forward to the amazing work that you're going to do. When we look at this new Manufacturing USA Institute, it's going to leverage up to $70 million in federal funding, with another $70 million in commitments from partners already in hand. And in just 5 years, the Institute will be standing on its own, driven by industry and other stakeholders to be completely self-sustaining. It's going to focus on new technologies that add up to big savings on the manufacturing floor, from improving energy efficiency and cutting operating costs to reducing waste and cutting the amount of equipment that's needed. I mean, in the chemical industry alone, these technologies have the potential to save more than $9 billion in costs every single year. And on top of that, there can be huge benefits for a variety of other industries too, including oil and gas and the pulp and paper industry. So what's our end goal with all of this? It's to see the growth of more customized factories, more and more local manufacturing across every corner of our country, and to make greater use of U.S. feedstocks, all while training workers in advanced fields and the next generation of manufacturing. Now, this institute is just the latest example of how the Department of Energy continues to invest in the manufacturing technologies of tomorrow, like high-performance computing and the next generation machines, as well as 3D printing, just to name a few. Now, we've also seen exciting steps forward with major new U.S. manufacturing plants in the works supported by the Department of Energy, including Tesla, who's been doing great work in batteries, and Suniva and Solar City and solar modules, 1366 Technologies in solar wafers, and Sora with high-efficiency LEDs. I love the fact that there's no debate anymore over compact fluorescence or incandescence. LEDs are cheaper over their life, better quality of life. It's incredible, and we're making them here in the USA. Now, on top of all that, if you look across our government, if you look across our nation, the U.S. manufacturing sector as a whole has added over 800,000 new jobs since February of 2010. Now, of course, that doesn't change the reality that manufacturing has faced challenges and will continue to do so. The number of our successes aren't comforting to those who are still hurting, to those folks who've been left behind. Yes, we've created many more jobs, for example, in the energy sector than we've lost in recent years. But they aren't the same jobs. They aren't in the same place or employing the same people. So we know that the clean energy revolution, while real and while revving up, still hasn't been felt in every region, at least not yet. And that's why we at the Department of Energy must continue to accelerate our efforts to invest in innovation. Innovation that will continue to enhance America's manufacturing competitiveness. Innovation that will bring more good jobs. And innovation that will strengthen our economy as the clean energy revolution expands around the US and around the world. And that's why every single one of us in the room need to help. Because this challenge of ensuring the revolution, this challenge of ensuring that that revolution is spread across our great nation is way too big for any one person or any one sector to solve alone. So one last quote from the Beatles. We all need to come together right now. I know that if we work together across industries, across sectors, we can create more prosperity and many, many more jobs and a much stronger economy. But to do that, we need to face the reality of the market, where the trends in clean energy are crystal clear. The choice is not whether or not there's going to be a clean energy revolution. It's happening. The choice is whether or not we, as a nation, are going to continue to lead it. I encourage all of you to take the opportunity you have as leaders to keep focused on progress. Because I have no doubt in my mind that we can boost U.S. competitiveness across the board in our manufacturing sector and beyond. And we can ensure that the United States leads in the global manufacturing marketplace if we continue to innovate and fight to win the clean energy race. Thank you.